The government had the chance today to explain its decision to give visiting European delegates a free ride home last week. A free ride on a Canadian Forces Airbus, no less. The delegates were kept in Canada for a reception to celebrate the Canada-EU trade deal. But nothing in life is truly free. And the opposition is demanding to know why taxpayers were left holding the $300,000 bill. Terry Malewski broke this story last night. He's got today's reaction too. Terry.
Oh, Peter, the government is in a pickle. It can't blame officials because, well, it was the Prime Minister who offered the freebie flight home. And so far, nobody's explained why it was necessary for the visiting leaders to miss their commercial flight home so they could make a reception in Toronto. The opposition, of course, is fuming.
How come all these big shots who are going to benefit from all this, how come they're there eating on the taxpayers' dime, and as a result of spending that money to have the reception, we then had to incur hundreds of thousands of dollars more to ship them back to Europe to meet their schedule? This is outrageous.
That outrage united the opposition.
All these kind of things are an insult to Canadians because they are using taxpayers' money to look good for their own partisan purpose.
Stephen Harper once represented the viewpoint in this country that didn't want to see taxpayers' dollars squandered. He seems to have forgotten that somewhere along the way.
This trade agreement is an historic one.
But Harper was not in the House today, so it fell to the Trade Minister to avoid the questions.
How much did it cost us in terms of flights and security for this faux second signing of this trade deal?
That was never answered.
Why would the opposition want us to cancel such a critical element of this event, the Canada-EU summit?
But the minister did not say why the reception in Toronto was a critical element of the summit. And the point of the summit, a proposed free trade agreement, had already been signed earlier in the day in Ottawa.
Tonight, a spokeswoman for the European Union told CBC News that the Toronto reception made it impossible for the two leaders to get home on time using commercial flights. And the government so far is saying that if the Prime Minister had not offered the Airbus, then he would have had to cancel the reception. But for the opposition, that would have been no great loss. Just one less photo op and a whole lot cheaper, Peter.
Terry Malewski in Ottawa tonight. Thanks, Terry.